Liverpool fan in Japan.
Look at that. Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan. Miyazaki man side. Ready for Aya.
I'm about to do my own pre-season.
I'm going to give you a quick whistle-stop tour of the gym that I set up and why I'm so skint. Got a squat rack here, power cage, dips, tricep abs. Actually won this gigantic Vegito statue on a UK resin statue lottery. Got my laptop there waiting for transfer rumours, film a bit. Free weights section, got my hex bar for deadlifts as well. EZ curl bar curls. Vegito my man, Dragon Ball Z. Watching my Andy Cantwell, Redmen TV, Anfield Agenda, all my buddies. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, goodies, miscellaneous crap on the floor as you would. Bang Tong Lee, not sure what brand that is, but this is a pull-up dip station. Mizuru Chizuhara, my ping pong rent-a-girlfriend poster. Got my gym workout and clothes underneath the stairs, little storage area. Store my whey and creatine eventually when I get that stuff. Got a mobile phone holder, dips, all at the back, massive Chen tapestry from a gacha game called Arknights. Thought I'd be productive and multitask. Shooting the video, my pre-season thoughts, and doing my own pre-season. Now apparently there's news that the Zubimendi deal might be back on the table. Apparently Real Sociedad and Martin Zubimendi, the contract talks aren't going well. He was meant to be the highest paid player. Obviously Liverpool's financial package would blow it out of the water. It would be like £150,000 a week or something, right? And apparently Martin Zubimendi hasn't progressed contract talks at all with Real Sociedad, which is really, really interesting. It might bring Richard Hughes back into the table, trying to trigger that release clause, but it's always been complicated for the fact that that release clause has to be physically paid by Martin Zubimendi, which means that even if Richard Hughes, on the first day, upon a verbal agreement from Martin Zubimendi, him saying yes to Liverpool, gave him the money, deposited the money into his hands, there could still be delays. Because until Martin Zubimendi physically, contractually obliges and breaks himself out of contract by depositing that money with La Liga through his agent and doing all the financial transactions, then the release clause is not met. It's not like other clubs. In Spain, the player has to physically deposit the money at La Liga offices, and therefore the contract is broken. So Real Sociedad would probably sweet talk him and tell him, delay, let us talk to you, let's give you a counter proposal, and him, out of respect for his hometown club, would probably listen to them. So no matter what Richard Hughes did in terms of providing the money, because that's all he can do through Liverpool, through a financial institutional instrument, it'd be up to Martin Zubimendi to physically pay his transfer fee and break himself out of that contract deadlock. So what happened actually is probably what needs to happen. Liverpool negotiate with Real Sociedad, try to negotiate the best fee for Liverpool, because that's part of his job. He's a professional. He needs to get the best deal for his club. You don't just go to the table and say, yep, I'm giving you 100% full up. In fact, I'm giving you 110%. There you go, mate. No, they have to negotiate because there would have been delays anyway. And even if Real Sociedad weren't willing to stagger the payments or come up with, a transfer agreement, and Liverpool said, okay, we will pay the transfer fee release clause, once again, it's physically Martin Zubimendi who can progress the transfer and no one else. So there's that. But it'd be so surprising if he does end up at Liverpool. I don't think there's any credit to this rumour, and it looks so bad for all parties involved. If Real Sociedad couldn't come to terms with Martin Zubimendi, he'd be left wallowing with a broken promise, bad contractual terms, and Liverpool might be forced back to the table, and then Real Sociedad may negotiate at that point, and then he have to instigate the whole thing around him having to pay his release clause as well if Real Sociedad didn't agree terms, in which case it could have been a straight transfer between clubs, right? Because that's the easier method. That is always the method. You go to the club, you agree a fee or increased fee with the club, pay the club directly as a normal transfer, and off he comes, signing his own contract. But if Real Sociedad held firm, then you have to go through the player to release his own contract. So very messy. I don't think there's much credence to any of these rumours, but there's hope, right? If he's the identified target, it's for good reasons, for sporting reasons as well, for technical attributes and good stuff. So yeah, maybe 5% chance it happens, so I doubt it. And I know there's been a lot of backlash for content creators saying, oh, you promised Zubimendi, it was in your hands, you said he would come. Literally everyone in the Liverpool community goes by rumours, right? Everyone's been telling me the Joyce bomber. Every time he tweets, it's almost a done deal. Wow, it's like the gospel comes directly from Michael Edwards. You look at the titles and you look at the content, basically everyone's just saying, apparently he's verbally agreed to come to Liverpool, and that's what everyone reported. And the transfer is progressing nicely, which everyone reported. And then he changed his mind. So at the time that any content was made, it was true at the time, and then he changed his mind. What can you do, right? And while you're waiting for transfer gossip, you might as well get fit, get buff. I'm the player manager of Lucha FC. We finished top of the table 2 seasons in a row. I bring myself on 15-minute super sub at the end, 20-minute super sub at the end. I'm like the grandpa of the team. Yeah, I got a 17-year-old. I scouted and signed a 17-year-old. All good, right, for my club. I'll tell you how scouting and coaching works in a different video.
So yes, 3 wins out of 3. Pre-season is going just as planned. Arne Slot is now on his way to starting his legacy at Liverpool. I think Ipswich is the perfect opponent, an away match. They want to impress their home fans. They need to come out and attack. And Arne Slot will work the patterns of play to find the opportunity to get our prominent players in position. And you'd hope that Nunes and Salah especially can get off the mark. I have a sneaky suspicion as well that Cody Gakpo will be playing as a Rom Deuter instead of a wide forward, because of the fact that Thomas Müller is the prototype for that role. And Cody Gakpo has shown prominence to get into the right places in the box, just the ball never comes. But sneaky suspicion he will evolve to that kind of player. And you always start with the compound exercises to warm up the body, work the big muscle groups, the thighs, the back, glutes, hammies, calf, abs. I think that Harvey Elliott is going to have a really big role to play this year, because he's been on the fringes thereabouts of making a real big impact in the game. Jurgen Klopp trusted him in the last 20-25 minutes. However, as a starter, he needs to be on it from the very start of the game. He's the one that finds the space and threads those balls into our forward line to make the most of it. And as we will be playing with a true number 10 in the form of Harvey Elliott or Dominic Szoboszlai, even McAllister or a Gravenberch, potentially Curtis Jones as well, it means that they're going to be closer to Darwin Núñez and Jota, which means that we can slide through the right type of balls, get them into the parallels along the 6-yard box, where they can do most of the damage, whether it's a shot across goal, a pullback, or even coming out again, rotating the back line, and making their presence felt in and around the box. Which means that, in my opinion, the heat map for this coming season will be really prominent inside their box, working our way from back to front. And there'll be less emphasis on the long ball. But saying that though, the best managers adapt to the strengths and attributes of the players that you got. So don't be surprised when Van Dijk still hits that out ball over to Mo Salah, and Trent Alexander-Arnold switches the ball to a Robertson or Lucho Diaz or a Gakpo as well. But there'll be prominent parts of the build-up, or when the build-up actually gets the ball to them on the laterals, on the 1, 2, 3 pass to the 4th player, that they might be playing that through ball as well. But McAllister, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Mo Salah all have a penchant of being able to drive through the lines or play the ball through the lines, so they're not limited on the ball. Let's say like a Momo Sissoko or Ibrahima Sangare, or your classic single-minded midfield players. Every single player in this midfield has the ability to play multiple functions in this midfield, play the ball, tackle, work back, work hard, and make their impact felt. So on to the next muscle group now, the traps and lats.
So let's talk about Georgi Mamardashvili. I actually think this transfer will probably happen. There's too much smoke, can't be without a fire. Basically, it must mean that my favourite goalkeeper in Liverpool uniform, Alisson Becker, the chosen one, in my mind, the best ever. Obviously, I love Ray Clements. He would be right up there, but I have seen Alisson Becker in person. He has no weaknesses, and we've won everything on Alisson Becker. Him and Van Dijk, transformational. Him, Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mo Salah, Mane, Firmino, that era, man, my goodness, will live on in the memories. Domo arigato, Jurgen Klopp, that was fantastic. But the thing is, yeah, probably Alisson Becker's given his notice and said that in a year's time, in 2 years' time, probably look for pastures new, maybe earn a wage in Saudi Arabia, maybe play back in Brazil as well. And boy, he's deserved it. And Mamardashvili has been the best Valencia player for a while now. He's really kept them in it. Now, the contractual terms, it looks like he's agreed to the proposal where he may be loaned to Bournemouth, right? If we loan him out, and Bournemouth will get a good keeper for a year or two. But can we even do that? Can he register with 2 Premier clubs? Isn't there some clause or rule that says he can't do that? You can't loan someone to a direct Premier League club after you sign them. Is that actually a thing? I know it's not a FIFA thing, but it might be a Premier League thing. Someone let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video, by the way. Smash a like. My preseason tour, I'm going to show you Aya River, where I'm under that waterfall, training, meditating, talking about Richard Hughes. What a way to train. And my gym setup, obviously. But I digress a little bit. Mamardashvili, he looks like a prominent shot stopper, commanding his area, dominant on crosses, quite handsome as well. Now people say that he might not be able to play the ball with his feet, but Valencia don't play with an extra man at the back and rely on his ball playing skills. So how can you judge him on that when he doesn't do it very much? Apparently he used to be quite skillful in the youth days with his feet. He could be trained to do that. It'd be a very exciting proponent of our play, because Arne Slot loves to play from the back, take risks, draw the opposition onto you. He won't be an Andre Onana. I think he'll be competent enough. Maybe not Edison or Alisson Becker levels, but competent enough. But what does it say about Caoimh Kelleher? So Caoimh Kelleher will need to battle for the first team spot with Mamardashvili, but it looks as though Caoimh Kelleher probably passed is new and Jaros will be the new number 2, even though Caoimh Kelleher has shown credentials in last season's race to be a top-notch keeper. But I don't know how much confidence they have in him. Obviously his ball playing skills are excellent. He counts as homegrown. He can play with confidence in the first team and not look out of place. He's not dominant in the air and he's not the most vocal either. I like Caoimh Kelleher, but Mamardashvili's probably got a higher ceiling. And if they've identified him as the chosen one to take over from Alisson Becker, a lot of people are saying, why aren't we signing the number 6, the centre back, the right wing replacement, the replacement for Zubimendi, that 6th position, alongside Wataru Endo, to replace Wataru Endo, right? When you identify, and I hate the word generational talent, but when you identify a proper prospect who you can envisage being your stopper or your number 1 in a position for 5-10 years, then you go out and you get them. It's planning ahead, it's future proofing, and this is what I want to remind people again and again. These are professionals. They're not just negotiating for one deal. Surely concurrently they must be doing all the deals. Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's come out and said he wants to do his negotiations in private, away from the public eye, whatever that means. At least he's negotiating. Van Dijk, Alisson Becker, potentially, see what's going on there. Mo Salah, I don't think the lure of Saudi Arabia is as big as it was at the start of the kerfuffle. They'll be negotiating these contracts as well as talking to agents of prospective transfers. The number 6, the backup right winger, when he said there's no alternative to Zubimendi, maybe next on the list is not a 6, maybe it is a right winger, maybe it is an Anthony Gordon, maybe it is a centre back, maybe it's an Alan Varela who they don't count as number 6, maybe they count as a number 8. You can get away with that kind of loophole, right? Who knows? But these are professionals. They will be concurrently working on things or delegating to their staff to negotiate on behalf of Liverpool FC for the transfers. And Arne Slot said we'd be super, super surprised if no one is signed in August, as would I. I think things will happen. Mamardashvili, I think it'll probably happen because all signs lead to him agreeing to the proposal. I don't know why Valencia would agree to the proposal. Maybe they need the money, right? But maybe we loan him back to Valencia. Who knows? Let's get on to the next workout.
I need to talk for a bit, so I'm going to do some cheeky calf raises because slightly less effort. So the opposition that we chose for a pre-season friendly showed 3 different types of opponents. Real Betis, who sat back and never really ventured out. They weren't ambitious in their play, and we managed to break them down with that single goal. And then Arsenal, who is a possession-based team, working their way through the lines as well. We scored 2 open play goals, and they needed a scrappy goal to contest against us with a second loose ball from a set piece. Arne Slot identified it, and they'll hopefully rectify that for the rest of the season, but it puts us in good stead that we were patient and allowed them to play in and around our area. We were composed, knew the players to mark, kept to the system, kept to the plan, didn't panic, and looked good overall. And against Manchester United, a team that goes from back to front, tries to unleash Rashford, tries to unleash the fast wingers, tries to isolate us. They had their chances, they had the opportunities, but ultimately we stood firm, and the most important factor that I really enjoyed, we were clinical. Pow! 4 shots, 3 goals. And everyone would love a clinical Liverpool, right? Because the nerves and tensions of mounting misses, oof, don't know if you can take it for another season.
A really nice day in the pool. Pre-season is going well. This is the rejuvenation period. Get the muscles well versed for the season coming. Player manager of Lucha FC. Enjoying myself in here. That's why all you guys, Liverpool fans, come to Japan. Enjoy with Liverpool fan in Japan side. Have you go? Go on then. 3 more times, okay? 3 more times and then go. He's up there, over there somewhere. Go, go, go. He's sliding. There he is. Bobby Clark looks like he's off permanently to RB Salzburg.
And overall, I really like this move for Bobby Clark. £10 million, 17.5% sell-on fee. I don't know if it's off the next sell or just off the profit of next sell. Huge difference between those two different stances. Also, the fact that we get first refusal, which means that if there's a bid accepted by RB Salzburg by a different buying club, then Liverpool have the option to match that fee and we'll get the first opportunity to talk and discuss terms with him to bring him home. He's well down in the pecking order. I mean, he's competing for the more offensive midfield positions, number 8, number 10, potentially. You got McAllister, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Gravenberch. Endo can play there as well. Bacic can play there as well. Troy Enyoni looks like the breakthrough prospect, probably got a higher ceiling than Bobby Clark. Bobby Clark's very technical, great touch. Did his chances no harm. His last season's performances look spot on, very technical and highly rated as well. But he's way too far down the pecking order. He needs to develop his game and he just won't get them at Liverpool. Alone won't make sense either, because basically he will have the same problems he has this season. So much talent well ahead of him. He needs to kick on his career. I think this is it for Bobby Clark at Liverpool. He blacked out his photos. That's unfortunate to see. He must be sad. He must have really wanted to make it at Liverpool, but wish him the best in his future endeavours as well. Looks like a win-win situation. He's going to a club where Pep Lijnders knows his strengths and weaknesses, brought him through the ranks as well. He'll be loved, he'll be played, and that's the best you can hope for as a player. Good deal for Liverpool as well. 10 million in the kitty for a midfielder or a different player, but future prospects dim at Liverpool and good clauses inserted there. I think it's a good deal for everyone, to be honest.
Another good important factor is we've got a family feel at Liverpool. I think a lot of players, even though they want to start, like a Curtis Jones or Harvey Elliott, they will be satisfied with a place on the bench and not play week in, week out, because there's so much quality in the squad. It's really hard to break through and make yourself the first name on the team sheet, a la Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker, McAllister, for example. Jota will be rotated, Núñez will be rotated, Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott. They will all be rotated. But let's see them all back each other and celebrate when they score a goal, sitting their arse on the bench. And speaking sitting their arse on the bench, here we go.
So if you're enjoying the content so far, make sure to subscribe. We are growing massively. Want to get to 10k subscribers by the end of the year, growing the best community. Like the video, helps the video get seen as well. Make sure you join the Fantasy Football. I'm giving away Liverpool kit and Japanese goodies to the winner. Winner takes all in the Liverpool fan in Japan. Fantasy Football, winner takes all. Join the Discord forum. We chat, we meme, we have transfer gossip, we have preseason predictions, transfer talk every day. Love me some Movi shoes, Diogo, Tim J, everyone contributing. Love you guys so much. I'm there 24/7 and chatting about Liverpool.
And it's also good to see that there's no injuries in this preseason, right? Man United being ravaged by injuries, by off-the-field antics and troubles for the past few seasons. But Liverpool, you don't really hear it. Everyone is playing to the same tune. Arne Slot's got a good injury record as well for his squad, and that will only do us nicely because of Ibrahima Konate, Diogo Jota, Curtis Jones. If they can stay fit, right, at least it gives us the options, the tools for Arne Slot to mould them into the slot machine. And ultimately, preseason is about fine-tuning your fitness levels, getting your physique up to scratch, ready for a long, hard season. This is my first workout post-COVID, post-coronavirus. Still suffering from the COVID cough somewhat. You're going to see a lot of edits in the videos, unfortunately, but hopefully you guys are sticking with me. Thank you once again for all the support. Subscribe if you haven't already. Lots of quality content coming up. It's about refining that body. No, wait a minute. It's about refining the tactics, refining the fitness levels. And with this case, in this case, I'm going to do the refining on the EZ bar.
Really, the squad is full of talent. It's brimming with talent. We've got a huge squad. The amount of bodies we've had in midfield is actually one more than Man City, one more than Arsenal.
Because if Mo Salah can get the river now between the abs, and the Trent Alexander-Arnold can look like a suntanned Hulk, then there's no reason the Miyazaki Mansai can join the ranks of the Armani Gucci models and hopefully get myself a free suit or something.
And for those who really think we need Zubimendi on number 6, I mean, talk about jealousy of our squad. Zubimendi, Szoboszlai, McAllister, pick 2 out of 3. I'll pick Sexy, Maka and Domi Schlobbers every single day of the week. Those guys are absolutely elite. Everyone wants our top prospects as well. Gravenberch, Harvey Elliott, top prospects.
So clothes companies, if you're watching, sponsor the channel. Why not? I even take Primark. Beggars can't be choosers. And after building this house, I'm so skint. And each YouTube video makes like £3. So it takes like 10 or 15 videos to buy one piece of kit. But hey, I do it for the love. And I like to share tactics and insight as well. It's always good fun, right? But seriously, you guys are the best. My goodness, so much fun. I love the interaction with you guys, the banter with you guys. And I don't care whether it's the Endo haters or that one guy with the Egyptian profile pic who gives me my one dislike every video, or that Napoli fan who says keep dreaming back Maradona to Liverpool. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I tried to show it as well with my replies, you know, giving you more than just a thanks, actually putting the time in to reply to you all personally, and sending out a box of chocolates and instant ramen and all the goodies as well. So, honti ni arigato ne, domo arigato. The Liverpool community really is the best community out there. And that's Liverpool fans in Japan. Know that Liverpool is truly, truly special. Martin Zubimendi knows that Liverpool is truly, truly special. Our fan base is the best. All the content creators as well, really nice chaps, really nice people, really interesting. The kit looks beautiful. Our players are good looking. The coach is the shiny one. Miyazaki Sunshine is always shining. Miyazaki man is Ichiban, it's the best. Liverpool content on the web. So yeah, this pre-season has been pretty flawless so far. I can't think of many examples of things I'm disappointed in. Now, obviously, some people misunderstand Endo being dropped from the first lineup. I told you from the very start, when he signed, you need an experienced head to walk the kids through, make sure they have the chance to shine and take a hold of the opportunity. So players like Virgil van Dijk, Alisson Becker, Wataru Endo would be mixed in and amongst the youngsters to give them the opportunity to go out without fear and have an intelligent shadow backing them and letting them do their things. Sure, the first lineup is very, very strong, but Bajcetic and Endo can probably brawl with the best of them in training. You put McAllister and Szoboszlai against Endo and Bajcetic, it'll be a pretty close run thing, I'm telling you, in training. And some Stuttgart players even intimated when they have Wataru Endo on their team, they're expected to win training because in that close-knit pitch, you need a destroyer, a duelist to win the ball and off you go and play. And everyone's entitled to their opinions as well, but just a word for everyone. Make sure you don't hate any of our Liverpool players. Sure, you may have your favourites as well. Some may think Endo is a wrong profile and doesn't fit Arne Slot's system, but look, they're giving their all for the club that we love, Liverpool FC. Liverbird on the badge, on the heart. The song rings true. You'll never walk alone. Pre-season made everyone optimistic for Arne Slot. Really think tactically, Arne Slot has it. I'm going to do some dips up here so you can get up front and close and personal.
And that is where I snapped the USB connector on my Yeti Nano Snowball mic thingy majiggy. Like 150 quid, 180 quid down the toilet. Never even used that thing. I was using the little lavalier mic thingy on my chest, but I was looking forward to using that. But anyway, let's cheer myself up with a bit of kit. Get some random bit of kit. What have we got here? Let's open one of these pieces of kit. Don't disrespect, man. Speaking of the man, it's wait a minute. The little socks. If there are socks, that means this is probably like a kids one. Let's have a look. It's got to be kid size, right? That's surely not adult size. Let's have a look how big this is. Chibi Endo, Mushroom Boy Ater will love that one. Okay, I need a kit for myself. Let me get a different one. Yeah, that will have to do. That will have to do. This is AXA LFC. I have no idea what this design. This must be a training top or a design top or a casual top. This is rather funky. AXA LFC. This must be like some streetwear. It's like some Curtis Jones style inspired kit, right? Wild. Some kind of grey strip on armband here. Let's get it on. I'm feeling funky, I'm feeling fresh. I feel like doing a bit of the storage. Anyway, let's hit the beach.
Decision to loan Bajcetic might be a good one because he's got to play regularly again, right? He's got to find his foot, find his form. If he can play regularly and be an important part of that midfield, that'd be really, really good for his development. And he can come back and take over from Endo. But for this season, Endo is probably the way to go for the Liverpool lineup. And I'm really, really confident that we'll probably get 1 or 2 more signings as well because Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards are coming back and they want to make a great impact, right? So yeah, Liverpool pre-season almost over. So hopefully we have a perfect pre-season. We start away at Ipswich. We get the win there. Onwards and upwards, Arna's not error. The shiny one.
Muscle Daddy is also a Liverpool fan in Japan. Nobody messes with us because he is hench.
So Richard Hughes was kind of right. In August, there's going to be a flurry of activity coming in going the way of transfers. Fabio Carvalho obviously going out. We're getting a really, really good fee for him. 17.5% sell on as well. Michael Edwards is working his magic already. It's going to be a great, great fee. Now that we've got that in, Stefan Bajcetic might go on loan as well. Yet to be seen. Bobby Clark might go to RB Salzburg. That is in the works as well. I hope we get a good fee, at least a buyback or high sell on because he's got potential. But he's got a lot of players to get ahead of, right? Raven Birch, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Soboslai, McAllister, Wataru, Man Mountain, Endo. You can understand Bajcetic going on loan. He's been out of the game for a long time, hasn't played consistently, so he needs to find his form again. And the regular playing time can only do him well because he's a long-term prospect for our future midfield. He might be in our strongest midfield for seasons to come, playing in a pivot. Wataru, Man Mountain, Endo as well, coming in, training underneath the waterfall, on the head. Respect that mentality, samurai soul, samurai spirit in Merseyside. And it's only going to be a good thing, this short build-up play for our midfield, because it's going to give Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota closer playmakers in and around the proximity of them to slide the ball in to allow them a better goal-scoring opportunity. And with that in mind, I think we'll be a lot more clinical this season. I don't think as many long shots will come in, but a lot of through balls is likely to be played in and around the area in the laterals of the 6-yard box. And I'm hoping that brings up Núñez's confidence. We can see the Uruguayan Núñez with Bielsa playing players in and around him and making sure that he's always on the end of it. He is our primary striker and I expect him to get double digits this season. And Diogo Jota is underrated as a playmaker from deep alongside Mo Salah and Cody Gakpo. I think that will be the line in behind a Lucho Diaz running in and Darwin Núñez. Yet to be seen, but Arne Slot has had a perfect pre-season so far and I can't wait to see where the season goes. Up the shiny one.
So until next time, Miyazaki man, Ichiban. Always looks better after the gym workout, right? But till next time, Jana, peace.